Hey everybody, and welcome back to Cooking with Cork. In today's video, we are going to be cooking some stuffed peppers with delicious lean turkey, some mushrooms, some chilies, some bacon. It's a nice, easy 45-minute recipe. This is one of our healthier recipes, and this is going to be good. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please hit that like button, smash that like button. Please hit subscribe. Let's get to cooking, baby. All right, let's get to cooking. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is preheat our oven for 425 degrees. The next thing we wanna do is we want to start prepping all of our items. So the first bit, the peppers. What you want to do with each of these peppers is cut off the tops of the heads, and then we're going to scrape out any of the seeds and any of the white stuff. Make sure you don't have any seeds because these seeds will add a tone. Now keep the tops of these because we're going to chop up those and throw those in the meat later on. Go ahead and knock off those seeds. All right, and this is what you are left with. We got hollowed out 6 peppers. A lot of people eat just green bell peppers. I think those are the absolute most boring peppers. And why would you when you have these and these and these? These are so much more delicious. First, you want to get a glass baking pan like this and throw those bell peppers into it just like this. So next bit of prep work is baby bella mushrooms. You want to grab a pint of these. You can find them in any store, and you want to make sure you wash these good. And they will have dirt and nasty on it. They are mushrooms, so give them the ringer through. What I typically like to do is just chop the very baby a little bit on the bottom, toss them upside down, and then just go a nice 4 or 5. And then we'll just dice these bad boys up like so. It's not the cleanest thing, but I mean, it'll do. Now what we're doing here is we're just prepping everything so that when we are ready to cook, it'll be a lot easier to just add everything instead of prepping it. Right here, we got it. All right, next up is our onion. So we're gonna want a half of a yellow onion. And I like to chop the very end off and then do a very thin cut in the side and then pull out. Oop, that's a little bit more than I wanted to, but that'll work. Now we only want a half of a yellow onion, so this should suffice. Oh yeah, almost forgot. We want to take these tops of these and just cut off the peppers, because we're gonna throw this in with the meat. I like to use every bit of the vegetables possible. And then, I mean, basically, we're just cubing these up. This is gonna be some cube pieces. We're gonna throw those in when we throw in all of our chilies. And when you're done with it, it should fill the plate and have a beautiful color. It's gonna add it to the mix. It's gonna be nice. Oh, I almost forgot some of the most important part. Okay, so this recipe calls for 1.5 pounds of ground turkey, but also 3 strips of thick cut bacon. You're gonna want thick cut. You're gonna go ahead and cut it all the way through down here, and we're just gonna cube it. We're gonna cube our bacon. Doesn't need to be perfect, just a cube. Been saying that a lot lately. It doesn't need to be perfect. And now that we got our 3 strips cubed, we should be ready to roll. Oh, also, just with every other dish, if I'm gonna add onions, we're adding garlic. And actually at my local produce market, we're able to find these already peeled garlic. I know it's the laziest thing and I probably shouldn't do it, but it's easy and I love it. Having a jar of that around the house makes prep work just that much easier. And I'm always in for whatever makes it work the easiest. So what else you're gonna need for this is a can of diced tomatoes. You want them strained though. So open up the can, strain them, throw them in a colander, put them back here for prep, and you're ready to go. The next item is we're gonna need diced green chilies. So just a can of these will suffice. I strained it out a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfectly strained like the tomatoes do, but that'll work. The other thing you're gonna need is a can of chipotles in adobo sauce. This is key to giving that smoky flavor to the meat. Now that everything is prepped, once your oven reaches 425 degrees, you're going to throw in your peppers. We're gonna throw those in and pre-bake them for about 20 minutes. Let's throw these bad boys in the oven. All right, now that all that prep work is done, we are gonna start cooking. We're gonna throw the pan on medium heat for right now. First thing we're gonna wanna do is throw in our bacon. And we're gonna cook our bacon. Oh no, I forgot a spoon. All right, we're gonna throw in our bacon for 5 to 7 minutes. We're gonna render the fat, get them nice and crispy. Yeah, I gotta go get a spoon now. We're just gonna wait now. I know this is not a popular opinion, but I'm not like a bacon man, you know? Like there's some people that are just like, everything's better if you put bacon on it. I'm not really that way, but in certain dishes, and this is the dish where adding bacon adds that much pop to it. Put down in the comments below, are you a bacon person? Are you a baconator? And this is an acceptable time to play with your food. I mean, I got these cool like new ramekins that are glass that I like to put stuff in. Now I feel like an Emerald Lagasse, you know? I got it all and just bam! Now that we prepped everything before, this is easy cooking. It's a lot more enjoyable way to cook. Prep all your stuff before, put it on plates, get it ready, and then when it's time to cook, it's easy. All right, we are starting to get crispy. So at this point in time, it's about 5 minutes in, we throw in our onions, and we'll let them cook a little, and all that fat. It's here at this point, I'd like to throw a little bit of salt and crack a little pepper for the onions. I like to salt and pepper throughout the entire process. So our onions are finally starting to get that clear, translucent color that we're looking for. Then we're gonna throw in our 3 cloves of garlic. We don't wanna cook this for a very long time. This is just until it becomes aromatic. I mean, we're talking about a minute, 2 minutes, tops. Now that everything is nice and incorporated, get a flat pan. We're gonna throw in our 1.5 pounds of turkey here. First thing you want to do is break it up. Ground turkey, you know, it's not the prettiest, but it's okay. It's just as delicious it's close in my opinion. Now once we break it up, I'm gonna try to throw some of that stuff on top, mix it in. We're gonna cook this for 5 to 7 minutes. So 5 minutes on the clock now. While I'm doing this, I forgot to chop up a chipotle pepper. So I'm going to do that right now. You want 1/4 cup of these, which means you're gonna want, I'd say probably 3 chilies. But I'm just gonna chop these up. Just dice this as well. And this will be added later. There you have it. 3 peppers there, about 1/4 cup of chipotle peppers. While we're waiting for it to cook, throw a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. Ooh, woo. We're trying to cook the meat until it's no longer pink before we start adding any of our other stuff, all right? And don't forget about those peppers back there. Make sure you set a timer. I totally almost forgot. But those are about to beep, so I'm gonna go grab those real quick. Now that the meat is no longer pink, we're gonna go ahead and add our mushrooms, our chipotles with the adobo sauce in it, our whole can of green chiles, our strained tomatoes, and the last little bit that I like to throw in is some crushed red pepper flakes. And we're gonna give this a mix. Let the flavors marry, you know? Another thing I forgot to prep. Cool. Green onion. You don't want those little stemmy parts. But here we have it. I cut up 3 sprigs of green onion. You know what? I'll just keep the cutting board here just because I keep forgetting stuff. Let's go ahead and give this a little mix again, a little mixaroo. Man, that looks beautiful. Y'all see that? All the colors in that, just, you want to throw a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. Okay. Also, since I am an absolute hot mess right now, we're gonna go ahead and throw in our peppers too. Cook these down for the remaining 5 minutes. Whew. This is a big old pan of food. Now, y'all see that? Man. Now this is way more than what we're gonna need for those 6. Probably just eat it taco style. That's kind of my go-to. Throw some corn tortillas, throw this on it, throw some Greek yogurt. Delicious. Now that that is officially cooked, let me go grab those peppers and we're gonna stuff them real quick. I forgot to throw these green onions in, man. So we're gonna throw those in and those will cook when we throw these back. And now we're going to stuff our peppers. Look how good these look. Look at those bad boys. They're pre-baked, nice, perfect, no real change in color just yet. All right, so I'm gonna grab a ladle. This is gonna help shovel all this in. Let's get the stuffing. But now we got them stuffed. We're gonna throw them into the oven for another 20 minutes.
I'm not distracting you, am I?
Yep.
Oh my God, you did this again? Corey, I will shuck the garlic for you. Wasteful.
I told you she wasn't gonna be happy about that.
God damn it.
Ooh. One last bit. So these have been in the oven for the 20 minutes. The last step is what you're gonna do is set your oven to broil, take them out, and throw 1 slice of your preferred cheese. This house prefers sharp cheddar Sargento. That is our go-to. And we're gonna throw these in the oven for another 2 to 3 minutes just to melt that cheese. Once that is done, we are ready to dig into these things. Smash like. All right, that was 1 minute. Okay, scratch that 2 to 3 minutes. I'm glad I checked. That was 1 minute. The cheese is beautifully, nicely melted all over these. Look at those. Oh my goodness. These are gonna be so good. And guys, this is it. The moment we all waited for. All of our hard work, 20 minutes of prep, 40 minutes of cook time. This is what it comes down to. Delicious food that I cannot wait to jump into. I want to thank all of y'all for watching. Up to 72 subscribers, almost to that 100 point. Pretty stoked about that. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting. Comment below what you thought of this recipe, any recipes you would like to see in the future. Also, you know, smash that thumbs up, please. It helps me out tremendously. Subscribe to the channel. Guys, I'm pumped about this. We're about to get a close up. I'm gonna cut into one of these bad boys and we're gonna eat it. Thanks for cooking with Cork. That is your stuffed peppers. Yeah, just like that. Peppers.